I'm here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today we're going to be checking out a little something that I've been tinkering with during the PTS of Year 7 Season 1. Now, I wasn't really going to do any PTS builds because anything could change between now and then, but I did piece together a nasty little shotgun build with a new Tinkerer mask, allowing us to 1-tap elite NPCs and 2-tap named bosses.
Lock me up, daddy.
I started out at the range and I was super impressed with this combo. So I did a little bit of a YouTube short, and then Ron came along and started talking shit and questioning everything.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Won't work on real targets, he says. So I was like, fuck it, give them what they ask for.
Damn!
Well, Ron, guess what? It works. So fuck you.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Nah, jokes, no shade at Ron. He just didn't know who he was talking to.
I'm the greatest of all time.
All that shit aside, you can see from the gameplay how hard this thing is hitting. We're running through heroic content, 1-tapping and 2-tapping everything. I'm sure there's going to be ways to get more out of the build, but we are kind of limited during the PTS, so this will do for now. I know people will want to know how this goes in PvP, so here's a couple of devastating blows. During our stream, we were just piss farting around, and these clips, they're just too funny not to add. A big shout out to Carbs and Enzo for jumping in and mucking around over the weekend. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you. Righto, before we check out this insane 1-tap shoddy build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. If everyone can take a second to engage with the video, a like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. We're going to set a 200 like goal in this video. Reaching that goal would be absolutely amazing. Remember, if you did want to support me and the channel just a little bit further, we've also got channel memberships. Click the join button below to see all the perks. And if you want to catch me live in action, jump on over and drop a follow on Twitch. All the links for all my other socials are in the description below. Righto then, champions, let's see what all this 1-tap shoddy business is about. We are going to be rocking 6 reds, no blues, no skill tiers, and we are super goddamn squishy. Again, very limited on our time during the PTS, so this is what I've managed to slap together. We're going to be using the new Tinkerer mask, however there is a placeholder icon that shows the catharsis, but it is the Tinkerer. We're using 2 pieces of Walker, Fox's Knees, 1 Grupo, and 1 Seska. This is the setup that I was using during PvE. In PvP, I swapped the secondary shotgun to Optimist. I guess the best place to start with this build is going to be our new Tinkerer mask. Unfortunately, the Tinkerer mask is going to be locked behind Year 7 Season 1's climax mission, so we're going to be waiting some time for it. Currently in the PTS, it's dropping with a core weapon damage roll, it comes with crit chance, crit damage, and we've gone with a crit hit damage mod. The talent here is called Abridged. It's basically the development team's tribute to Division 1's AlphaBridge gear set. If your primary and your secondary weapon are not exotics or named, and they're the same type, the secondary weapon's talent will also apply to your primary weapon. Does not apply to talents that include weapon swapping. Now this is a little bit bugged in the PTS at the moment as well, and it's allowing you to use the named weapons. Just something to be aware of because I was using that awesome Tsunami shotgun as my secondary.
He's cheating!
As I've said all along, there's going to be hundreds of different combinations that you can use with this, depending on what weapon type you want to do and what sort of build you're going to be running. I don't want to say that this exotic is a game changer, but honestly, I think it's going to be a game changer.
He said it! He said it!
I think the next best place to go there after the mask is going to be our weapons and our weapon talents. For our primary weapon, I'm using a custom M870 shotgun. This thing has always been a hard hitter, and I've been saying for a long time, I think it needs a nerf. We've got some expertise, shotgun damage, damage to armor, and damage to targets out of cover. The talent that we're using on our primary is Brazen. Everyone's probably familiar with it. It is a true hard hitter with shotguns. Now this is where we're mixing it up and we are cheesing it a little bit in the PTS, and we're going to be using the Tsunami shotgun with Perfect Pummel. This allows us to get 2 consecutive kills to refill our magazine and grant plus 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds. I'm assuming this is going to get fixed and changed, and then that way you can just run normal pummel, which will be 3 kills for the 40% weapon damage. Some might ask, why pummel? It's only going to be 40%. Well, it's more because of that instant reload and chaining those kills together. We all know shotguns have some pretty shitty reload times, and this is going to counter that. Most of the time, you can go whole missions without a single manual reload. But before I went down the path of Pummel, I was really keen to use the new Streamline talent. It will increase weapon damage by 80% when no skills are on cooldown. Unfortunately, in the current PTS, this is bugged with the new Tinkerer mask, so I wasn't able to test it out too well. If this does go ahead and you can use this on your secondary weapon, I think that this is going to be completely broken. 80% increased weapon damage when no skills are on cooldown is literally insane. Again, there's going to be hundreds of different combos that you can use here depending whether you want to go down the route of PvE or PvP. Now when it comes to the rest of your build, that's where you can get really creative as well. Again, this is a setup that I used in the gameplay, so we'll quickly go over it just so you guys know. We're going to be rocking a Seska chest for 8% crit hit chance. We've got weapon damage, crit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. I don't really know what I was thinking here. I went with glass cannon. 25% extra amplified damage, however we take an extra 50% damage. Again, it's the PTS, we were just fucking around. For the holster, it's Gruppo for 13% crit damage. We've got weapon damage, and crit hit chance. The knee pads are the Fox's knee pads, weapon damage, crit damage, and that 8% multiplicative damage to targets out of cover. Our gloves are our first of two pieces of Walker and Harris, and that's going to give us 5% weapon damage and 5% damage to armor. Remember, damage to armor is also multiplicative damage. Max weapon damage, crit damage, and I just noticed my crit hit chance is 0.1 out. And the backpack is our final piece, and that is Walker and Harris as well. We have max weapon damage, crit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent, I've gone with Vigilance, increases total weapon damage by 25%, taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. By the time we get the Tinkerer mask in the game, everyone's going to probably have dozens of different variations that they can use it with, so use this time and get creative.
Yes, Daddy.
I forgot to cover this before. For our specialization, we are using Firewall, mainly because we can then use the Striker Shield as our skill, and we can have that 15% crit hit damage mod as our underbarrel. The second skill is the Striker Drone. It's going to do a little bit of damage, and it will take NPC aggro. Righto champions, fine print time. Let's check out our stats. We are at 52.9% crit chance and a massive 181% crit hit damage.
This some serious gourmet shit.
Remember, we've also got all that damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover, along with our weapon talents. This thing is crazy. For the offensive stats, we have 129% all weapon damage, and we have 30% shotgun damage. So that's the build and the videos, champions. The combos will be endless with the new mask, the Tinkerer. 1-tap elites, 2-tap name bosses, destroy content, but most importantly, have a lot of bloody fun. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and start jotting down some of those insane build ideas? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for tuning in, champions, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you aren't already, make sure that you subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, keep shooting, and giving them hell. I really hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.